Dr. Thomas Chauke va khuvuriwa aphulwini. By the way, fanele swi vula na swilo swa nkoka in this episode, fanele ya vulavula hi swona. I ncini xi nga endla ku Dr. Thomas Chauke va khuvuriwa? Ku vula ntiyiso before we dive into it, a hi swi tivi, mara I want to give you proper reasons and more insights about it. And why swi publicize-wini swilo leswi? Without fear or favor, vazalwana va dlayani, na mina mzalwana, mi nga ni dlayi vazalwana.
Vakhandle Group, lowu i ntlawa lowu nga ku heleketaka evuwiseleni bya wena hi ndlela yo hlawuleka. U nga ha tlhela u vuyeriwa wa ha ri kwala emisaveni. Swiyenge swa Vakhandle Group swi katsa leswi: muganga basic, laha u chayelaka hi ntsengo wo sukela ka 110 rand. U kuma tende 100 wa switulu, mobile toilet, basic sound system, tihunyi na 5000 rand. Muganga premium, u chayela hi ntsengo wo sukela ka 130, leyi ku nyikaka 10,000 rand. Muganga super premium, ya ku nyika 15,000 rand, yi tlhela ku nyika vanhu va ntlhanu vo pfuna loko u joyina hi mali yo sukela ka 150 rand ntsena. Muganga cash only benefit, u joyina hi mali yo sukela ka 110 rand. Loko u ri xirho u nga engetela 50 rand ntsena. U joyina muganga unveiling benefit, vuxokoxoko byi le ka 064 755 5674. Kasi eka website hi vakhandlegroup.co.za. Rhumela rungula eka info@vakhandlegroup.co.za. Vakhandle Group, we are family.
I swa nkoka swinene. Honestly speaking, let's dive into it. Mhayivava jaro kula impacha tano na shete. Jam, I love doing this. Anyway, ngengenele ka leswa swin'wana swa intro mhaka ku mavo na background ya ku byela ku leswi endlani. Ni tshama ni longeni kun'wana na kun'wana ni fambaka kona. Loko ni fanele ku lava interviews, I get them. Loko u ta u cheka ka Vatsonga ku na I think 4 ya ti-channel ti nga consistent in the last 4 years. I'm going to say this without fear or favor. Number one, it doesn't matter the reason, but I will give you reasons, by the way, but it doesn't matter the reasons. A master Tsonga analyst, you can't avoid the guy, even if you look in a situation where you are off, or I engage a lot of people who watch these things about Tsonga analyst, what, trying to buy your face, I know he's very consistent, and if I need to take a jab at someone to be relevant at some point, I look for him, and then you'll find his fans commenting here. He has fans even though he doesn't have face. So so the guy has been consistent. So or it's the only thing, but he has been consistent with providing mugobos. So you can't go to that channel to learn. You nge Jones channel Master Tsonga analyst. It's just for updates. It's a busy. You get updates out. So that's how you operate. So he has been consistent. You'll understand why ni vula swilo leswi. Kuna channel yo fana ya mina, very consistent. I maybe sometimes take a break, but I'm very consistent. I've never stopped. I've never said I must leave YouTube. No. Even when I had challenges of monetization and other things, but I always stood my ground. This channel, Yasul, very consistent and providing top content wherever it feels like. It's not under pressure for anything. He just does it the best way he wants to do it. And kuna channel ya these boys, very studios. Those boys are very consistent, even though their views are not good. Even mine are not good. The person who gets proper views besides all, Emma Satsonga analyst for his food. And if you check the content he puts out, doesn't cost so much like you will check even with the rest of us. So he makes good views for his channel. So I think he's the only one who gets better views. But problem with channel, I can't help you learn anything. Kuna vanhu vafana vari Pfumela Studios, the boys have been pushing very consistent. They're not getting subscribers. I don't know why. I can give you my opinions, but now it's not important. Why Nebula lesson? When I see Dr. Shinyori being baptized, we should have a better background. The reason why this man is baptized is because he has went through these stories. Because no, okay, there are people who do not like being interviewed by me. Listen. Because with interviews also I won't be against your view. I always share my views honestly. So Dr. Thomas Chauke has never shared his story, like his proper story. They will always give you clips there and there, biography there, which are very incomplete. And like a podcast gives you an opportunity to share your story. So if we knew Dr. we don't know his story, we just know his music. We just know what he wants us to know. But why, like, for you to be inspired by Dr. Thomas Chauke, you must have been living into that generation. There are so many stories that Dr. Shinyori can sit down just chilling with you like this. He shares with you. Aku byela ku loko ni endla first album ya mina ni sukela ni ya June ni fika ni nghena ni endla album ni ivi ni vuya ni heta ku endla album le loko ni endla risimu ra Nyoresh ivi Miza luya loko a nghena studio mu khesa risimu leri lava ku endla album loko ni endla album ni yi siya ku tisa vaxavisi ivi loko ni vuya ka va ni nyika R2. If he narrates that story himself, he narrates how he changed record labels from this to this, and aku byela story leswi nga hundza ka swona. I could tell some spiritual forms that you came across. Like honestly, that's what so. Even someone lately was telling me, actually was telling me Polago, look was all work dollar shoe way, and go melele meva. Pessoal soli kenjin was Steve. I didn't answer. Even if Vaguzela, the other things that you don't see, you won't agree. So, having grown kutiwa kumunhu kendleni ngubona mhlakuri, it's wow. Do you understand? And nalaba vula ku kendleni is because they were shocked by his success. If you listen how he was selling his album, you read some information that he was selling his album. But I kind of read, there was a book about him that he doesn't like himself, doesn't approve it. He said, "Rangai thief, Dr. Chauke. Rangai thief." Mara, if you were to share these stories with us, with the kids, they will be inspired and they will understand why this man is being baptized at the age of 72. So we don't have a bigger or a wide range of platforms to share our stories. But the platform like Yabaru Pfumelo, they do respect their guests, because if you see the setup, they're trying. I also try, to be honest. If you don't like us because our kids maybe ask wrong things, just go to Soli, share your story. He has very intelligent people around him, Dr. Thomas Chauke. He's too old for him to say, now podcasts. He might not even know those things. But if you can sit down with him and then he tells you what he went, like there are people like what Dr. George Man, like those things of radio doesn't give you proper information, because it's time to what adverts. 1 hour with podcast you chill. Yeah, that's what they call it, podcast and chill, that one. With podcasts you relax, you say it the way you want to say it out. You are not fighting time. So we have wide, like, if imagine you can sit down with Dr. George Malek, narrate his story. There is another podcast about Shangan Gang, proper. There is another podcast about Basani Pretty. Like, these are also upcoming podcasts that you can go and share your story. We'll find it there. Even if you don't want to be interviewed by Nyakanyakaliavam Gubuz Nawa Gazabosh, there are proper people who can interview and allow you to tell a story properly without being interrupted by Shishago Gavaza Itlena man. No. You can produce good content there. Like, our legends do not share their stories. Like imagine if man, I wanted to say something, but let me say, imagine if today I could sit down and watch a podcast where Exxon Manduleke narrate his life stories, and then you get even to get. That's why this guy is so good in narrating stories. That's why he's a good storyteller. Where does he get this? Who inspired him to do this? If you look how Benny Mangan dresses, how Benny Mangan he does Shigaza music, but he never dressed like what Dr. Thomas and thinking and Dr. George Malek. He always look at Sunata Kibisa Fakanzako. Because he was inspired by who he was able to see. But you can't get, no one can be inspired by Peter Chinet now because we don't have those stories. Bedima ngani ungizwa kutana ka podcast itwangu hey ulakufuma here. Kuna Dr. General Musi has been going to several podcasts. He can't tell his stories. I remember when I approached him, they say, how much would I pay? I'm like, oh, God damn. Fara God. Wow. Like, what happens? They can't share their stories. Why can't they share that? So these are the things that we have as Batsonga. Like we have so many legends who can't share their stories. I don't know why they can't learn from other tribes. Maybe but as young kids will no, you will never. If it's not the truth, check the podcast that you did. All of this that I've mentioned, including Dr. Thomas Chauke, they did a podcast. They didn't call it the podcast, but that interviewing like a DJ Brand. If I mean DJ Brand, you Jojo Malek. If I mean HW, if I mean Zumbana, Tata General Musca, they did an interview with Didi Matable. If I mean, Pencil. I've never seen an interview with him. But like, these are the people who share that information. When we see other events involved, they say, oh, okay, now he's taking a different route. Maybe he was always a Christian. Let us go dive into baptism. Dr. Thomas Chauke was baptized in a pool. There was a guy, logo Yesu abambiwa. Nirvele bitere. Loko miza lwa abakar babambiwa na Yesu. Idzele Yesu agu unganere lo chipukule chachumwa chikari chigungule lesha. Lwa idzele Yesu agu loko ufika atmatilo unganere bhal. Yes adzela miza lwa agu loko uba loko ite jamu loko namtharu pero tabana mina e paradise. Emiza lwi iyesu adzela miza ishiza lesha. So whether ukhuburuwe kwini ukhuburuwe nkobeni matelo nkobeni ubona yini kwinkwama zamanzana. Bangona balahle pampers kwalani mina baphetha inhloka Dr. Thomas Chauke la bahlahle pampers afuna pampers ngona wabani because mina matla mafamba kulo matla mafamba kula mkuveni yamasuku la loko hayi mina ita ngo la kuna pampers la futhi thakameli nani la kuna andani xin'wana xa ka uxitwisisi exifunza machimba like you will find those things utaskuba and then mina ngona wona bakufuka ngudlu point I mean baptize we ka yina swina nkoka. That's a sign of acceptance. Imani yasibona namatela mavongolela machela chlorine machela fokuland vamahlantswa antira mati pheleke lexisakini vamahlantswa yena mabhasa. But for me, in my opinion, it's not an important thing. Ku baptize we matini yanjani kumenjani honestly. Because luya iye paradise in angazangi akhuriwa. So wena namuntu ulakuba na issue imatele ephulwini and ayiziyo lami ngata kumela amati yahuwa yokubaziyo bane sona fama kumamati yahuwa fuka uchukumeta yini kumela but votela bakhuriwa ka tiphulu. Like I even know some churches, they have their own bana xihlobo xa vo small pool nyana inside the church. Loko fika nkarhi wa paseka wo xi pfula xilo xa khuvula vanhu va chela mati va khuvula vanhu ko on the stage there. You will see it one day. Ask in your churches, they will show you if you just arrived. So for me it's immaterial. It's in my own opinion. I think these are some of the things that we must host people with information than just hallucinating every day. Get someone who understands these things of baptism. Come share. If you know someone, you can connect that person with me. I can host that. Loko Dr. Thomas Chauke lokhuburiwa hit 2007. That church yakazita today either by 320 members gained all over the country. That's how powerful this guy was. That's how influential Dr. Thomas Chauke was. Even now, when they publish that video, they are trying to get attention. They're trying to get him to the people. Yo, Dr. But as we find of course, we know him. Look at what Dr. Adumin. Because always when you see celebrities, my celebrity ma unzuka masukula mai. Usi fafanya vesta. Whenever Mr. Bao not too long time ago. You know. Mungu ngaimela Yesu ateka Yesu ipenpen. Loko penpen oteka Yesu na mena. Menta bamfundisi. Just as a joke. But I think publishing that was unnecessary, honestly. But I think they were trying to, it's Dr. Thomas Chauke. It even got some attention. And then people will visit the church tomorrow. I'm sure they will gain 5 members there. But if they did this long time ago, Shem, loko mila ku xava ti-iphone loko mila ku joyina vakhandlo group kumela ku tiva swo tala hi vakhandlo group ni kumeni ka 076 566 1277. My journey to 40 subscribers begins today.